All right, ladies, are you ready? Let's do this. Weights day, Wednesday weights day. So just start rolling your shoulders. We're going to start standing. Just roll your shoulders and coming to your breath. In my practice, breath is always important. So you inhale and exhale. I want you to feel your shoulders rolling down your back. You get a lot of sticky behind those shoulder blades. And then circle your arms up. Grab your left wrist and lift, and exhale to the right. Inhale back to center. Grab your right wrist, get lots of length. Exhale to the left. And back to center. And over to the right. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. And all the way back. Now I want you just to march and maybe lift your knees a little bit higher. Just a little bit higher, just a little bit deeper march. This is going to get into your core. I want you to just be aware of it. And as you lift your knee up, I want you to press your palms down like you're resisting something with your palms. And find your breath. Exhale into it. Get right into your core. So it's not about fast. It's about mindful, right? Knowing how it feels. Good. 8 and 7, 6 and 5 and 4 and 3. Good. 2. Last one. Now, I want you to take your right knee out to the right and back, and your left knee out to the left and back. So you're just getting a little bit into the side, your hip, and pressing down and pressing down. And you'll have to engage your belly. Yeah, that's really important. And you have to breathe it. Good. Out to the side, to the side. To the side. So I am really not into aerobic stuff. You'll find your heart rate will rise a bit, warming up your body. Good. And let's do 8, 8, and 7. Yep. 6, 5, 4. Good. 3 and 2. Last one. Oh yeah, and just circle it out, circle it out. Yeah. Oh, take a nice big cleansing breath here. All right, now with your palms up and your shoulder blades down your back, your feet are about just a little bit wider than your hips. I want you to imagine you're pushing something up with your palms up. Push it up, and then as you exhale, you're going to press it down and sit back in a chair. So your hips are reaching back. Inhale, press it up, and exhale, press it down, sit back. Inhale. Big inhale, the energy's rising. Exhale, the energy actually gets grounded, right? Just like with our breath, when we inhale, it animates us, and the exhale calms us. Inhale and exhale, sitting back. And inhale and exhale. Notice that your knees are parallel. That's where we're going next. All right, now we're going to stay low, and you're going to take your hands to your outer knees. Kneecaps are aiming forward. Toes are aiming forward. Shins are parallel. And you're going to press your knees in. But your whole leg is your feet are gonna widen away from each other. So you feel the resistance. It's not coming from your knees, it's coming from one long leg. So you're animating your outer hip, you're toning, you're strengthening your knees, right? So you're gonna breathe into it. It doesn't look like a lot from the outside, but from the inside, it should be pretty, lots of resistance. And you're going to breathe into it, keeping the energy of your feet widening, your shins widening, and holding it in with your palms. And maybe a smile. Ah, yeah. And all the way up. Oh, yeah. And just kind of shake it out any way you like. Now, upper body. I want you to take your right elbow back and your left elbow back, just opening your heart. And then you're going to take your arms wide and flex your wrists so that your fingers are away from you, behind you, scooping your heart forward, shoulder blades down. And then as you exhale, you're going to round your back and give yourself a hug. And then inhale, open it up. And exhale, give yourself a hug. And inhale. Oh, yeah. And exhale. And inhale. Here I am, world, right? Exhale. Take a few more just like that. And exhale. And inhale. Good. Oh, all the way big. Now, with your feet wide, you're going to soften your knees and take just your right elbow back. So your right elbow is on a countertop. And you're going to reach to the left. We've done this many times, sitting your hips back. And then inhale back up. Inhale. And exhale, reach. So your gaze stays high. Exhale, sit back. And inhale. We just want to wake up all these muscles before we start using the weights. Good. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. Good. Yeah. I want to hear the breathing. Commit yourself to being here now. Feel your feet grounded into the earth. Yeah. 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, yep, 2, last one. And back. And just notice how your right shoulder feels. Yeah. Let's do our left. Elbow is high, not higher than your shoulder, but don't let it low. And then you're going to reach to your left, keeping your chest forward. Reach your elbow back. Exhale. Big inhale. Shoulder blades are hugged together and down your back, already warming up all of the back muscles there. We're going to get right into them with our weights. Inhale. Exhale. Yeah. And you know, attitude is everything. Right? We create our own story. All right. 8 and 7 and 6, 5, 4. Yeah, repetitive, sorry. 3 and 2 and 1. I'm determined to get it all in today. All right. And now shake it out, however you want to shake it out. So we're going to start with light, 0 to light weights. I'm going to start with 5s. Let's see where you go. But light, light, light. We're going to start with your elbows in, your elbows bend at 90 degrees. Now, if wide is too much for you, you can always bring your elbows slightly forward. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to do shoulders and chest. Compound and shoulders and chest. Ready, guys? And let's begin. Press and press and press. So we're going to be doing it very mindful. Fast is not the way, because if you do it mindful and slow, we got gravity to help us along here. And then name those muscles, your shoulders, your chest, your shoulders, right? And your chest. We'll take a few more before we count. All right, last one. And now we're going to count. Ready? And 8, 7, 6, 5, good. 4, 3, 2, last one. And carefully release. You can even keep your weights in your hand and just kind of give a nice gentle swing just to release the tension in your arms. All right. So I'm going to release those weights. Our next thing that we're going to do is going to be a row and a kickback. You want to do this really carefully because once you row back, the elbows stay back for the kickback if you really want to get into your tricep. Okay. We're going to do this and get into our glutes too, if you like. Your right toes aim forward, right foot's forward, and you're going to lower and lift your left knee. Now, you're going to fire up that left inner thigh. So make sure you got nice wide space between your feet. And how much weight do you want to use for your biceps and triceps? It would be not unheard of to stay with light weights, just like you did before. Let's see where I'm at today. Yep. From shoulder blades down my back. Ready? You're going to tip forward, keeping your belly engaged. Got that? Got the footing? Okay. And reach and kick, elbows back. And then reach, elbows back, and kick. Find your rhythm. Yeah. Slowly find a little dance. So it's not only compound muscles in the upper body, but now we're getting into our glutes. So do it slowly and mindfully so that each one counts. Good. All right, 8, 7, 6. Keep your belly engaged. It's really important. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Ooh, I'm hoping you're feeling it in your glutes. Take the weights to your body. Step forward. Release those weights. And shake it out. Yeah, I just like to do some hip circles here. Oh, yeah. All right. So the last compound thing we're going to do with our left foot forward is going to be our biceps and our back. So left foot's going to be forward. You can have pretty heavy weights here. We're going to bicep. And then after you bicep, you're going to come back out and down. So let's practice this, guys. Bicep, back to 90 degrees, out, down, and then bicep, out, down. Got it? All right. Pick your poison, ladies. I'm going to. Okay, here we go. Left foot forward. You can take your right foot wherever you like, but get that footing, right? So if you do with a lunge, you will get into your left glute and your right inner thigh. Shoulder blades down your down your back. And are you ready? And bicep. Good, and down. Bicep, out, down. Bicep, out. So there's a little bit of a rhythm that you have to find. The shoulders always stay connected, okay? So when after your bicep, you come to 90 degrees again to get it, to take it out into your rotator cuff, right? All right, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. All right, now really release your weights and shake it all out. All right. Get your breath, standing up tall, no weights now. Yeah, inhale, circle your arms all the way up. Exhale and fold forward. Oh yeah, inhale, look halfway up. Get a nice step in your feet, a lift in your belly. And then exhale and fold a little deeper. Yeah, just take another breath. Inhale, look halfway up. Oh yeah, and exhale, step all the way to plank with your knees either up or down, but your belly is hugged in and your muscles warmed up. Then lower all the way to the earth. Make your way into a cobra or an up dog. Oh yeah. And right into down dog. Oh yeah. And walk your dog. Oh yeah, good. Inhale and lift your right leg up behind you. Exhale, step your right foot forward and come all the way up into warrior one. Yeah. Now, I want you to tip forward from the top of the pelvis, keeping your right hip back, right? And all the way back up. A couple more times, just get into the hip flexors. Inhale. Exhale. All the way up, come deep into warrior one. Just warrior one, yeah. Outer arm bones are back, your heart is swooped forward. And then right into warrior two. Good. Now, you're gonna reach your ribs to the left, and your ribs to the right, and your ribs to the left. So this is the yoga part, right? And just get a nice movement in your ribs, back and forth. Good. And then come to center, coming onto the tiptoes of your right foot. Yeah. Take your right heel back to the earth. And then you're going to take your right forearm to your right thigh, lifting your right waist, roll your right waist forward, and your left arm, depending on your shoulder, you'll have it wherever it feels right for your shoulder, right? But lower your hips and breathe into that space. Stay low. Good. Exhale, gaze down. You're going to straighten both your legs, and you're going to shorten your stance and square your hips to the short edge of your mat. So your legs are long, your feet are wide, like on a railroad track. You're going to press your feet down and come all the way up. Got it? Yeah. Now you're going to bend your back left knee and flex your front right ankle. Got that? And we're going to get into those hamstrings simply by reaching our hearts towards the shin and then circle your arms all the way up. Bend your back left knee, take your hips back, flex your front right ankle, get as deep as you can into your hammies and all the way up. Take a few more just like that. Exhale and inhale. Yeah, not so easy, but very good. Last one, all the way up. Stepping into your right foot, take your left foot beside your right and stand nice and tall. And just take a few hip circles here. Yes. Shaking it all out. All right, now we're going to go and do our second set of our compound exercises. And if you remember, we started with a chest press and a shoulder lift. Light weights. Now, as we do this again and again, you might want less weights or no weight. Shoulder blades down your back. Ready? Squeeze your forearms and shoulders. Exhale. Exhale. It's not as rhythmic as a yoga breath, but you want to really get the whole motion here. Okay, we're going to do one more and then we'll count our 8. Ready, count? And count with me. 8. And 7. And 6. And 5. And 4. Yeah. And 3. And 2. And 1. Woo, yeah. All right, you can keep your weights in your hands and just kind of get a nice little sway here. Weighted sway. Yeah. Good. Now, those are very challenging. All right. Release your weights just to make sure everything's released. And then we're going to go right into our row kickbacks. How much weight do you want to use? This is our second time around. Weight might need to get a little lighter. Now, if stepping your left foot back is too much, keep your feet parallel and come forward. That works too. Okay? So find your footing that feels right for you for the second time around. But now you're going to roll your shoulder blades down your back and have your palms forward. Tip forward, palms are forward. You're going to reach, keep your palms forward, and then you're going to kick back. Your knuckles are going to come up. Yeah. Keep your elbows back and extend. And I'm going to do that little bend with my knee. If it's not too much, but my elbows stay back, you have to really focus. If you start getting distracted, something's going to give. And you don't want to compromise your effort. It goes for about everything, right? Palms up, palms down, right? And 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. And release. Yeah. And shake it all about. Yeah, we're not quite doing the hokey pokey. I'm just gonna shake it out, shake it out. Good. All right, we're just gonna do one little thing on the side for our obliques, and then we're gonna get into our bicep rotator cuff. So whatever you're gonna use for bicep rotator, you might wanna use that weight. I'm using my moderate weight. All right, so we're just gonna lengthen a little bit. See if you can keep your feet parallel. Your toes forward, your heels in line. Does that feel odd? Is the inner edge of your foot just as grounded as the outer edge? Can you play with that? Exhale. Squeeze the obliques. So good for your waist. And just one more. Good. And back to center. All right, now we're stepping into our left foot. Taking your right foot back or keeping your feet hip width. It's all good. You find your footing. Shoulder blades are down your back. Palms are forward, remember? Bicep, rotator, and down. Bicep, rotator cuff, and down. Good. 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 Yep, squeeze. And squeeze down. Good. And I really want you to really be aware of what you're doing so you can really get into it. Good. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Yay! And release your weights. Just let them go and shake it all out. Good. Stand up tall. Make sure you have your breath engaged and you're not hyperventilating or anything. And then come to the front of your mat and come into Utkatasana, fierce warrior. Inhale and circle your arms up. Exhale, twist to your right. Let's get a nice twist in here, keeping your left hip back, breathing into it. Good. Inhale back to center. And you're going to twist to your left. We'll get into more twisting in the end, guys. Don't worry. Inhale back to center. Exhale and fold forward. Inhale, look halfway up. Exhale, step back to plank. Now, if you don't want to take a half vinyasa, you can come right into down dog. Yeah, find your way and make your way to dog. Take a few breaths here, coming onto your tiptoes or walking the dog, reaching your hips back. Find what feels good. Right. And when you're ready, lift your left leg up, nice and long, left leg. Exhale, step your left foot forward and come all the way into warrior one, right deep. Make sure your left knee is not past your left ankle. And you're gonna dip from the pelvis, making a long spine, right? And right into the hip flexors. Inhale and exhale. And inhale back to yoga. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. And all the way back to center. And right into warrior two. So you just pivot your feet to warrior two. Right? Make sure you have a nice long stance. And you're going to reach to the right. And reach to the left. And reach to the right. And to the left. And get into those ribs. Into your spine. The least flexible part of our spine is right there. Got that? Good. Then back into warrior two. Coming onto the tiptoes of your left foot. So that releases your left hip. Yeah. Perfect. Take your left heel to the earth. Take your left forearm to your left thigh. And you can just kind of reach your right arm over, or you can keep your right arm wherever your shoulder feels it's right for you, but stay low in your hips. Breathing into it. Ah, yeah. Now you're going to take your hands to the earth on either side of your left foot. You're going to shorten and widen your stance, lengthening both legs long. So you're going to get a big stretch in the back of your left leg. Press your feet down and come all the way up. Good. So your feet are wide, your legs are long. You're going to bend your back right knee, flex your front left ankle, widening your toes. And you're going to just Again, it's a long spine, heart towards your shin, and you're gonna reach your arms up and over, right? Get deep into those hamstrings. Oh yeah. You're not gonna leave here tight. Last one. Well, let's do two more. It feels so good. This undoes all the stuff we do all day in our hamstrings anyway. Oh yeah, and all the way up. Stepping into your left foot. Step your right foot forward and shake it all out. You can even swing your arms or take some arm circles, but make sure you've got your breath under control. No hyperventilating here. And then we're going to do our last set of upper body here. Back to chest and shoulder. This is our third time. Do you want less weight? Maybe. I'm going to see how I do with this. Got it, guys? Shoulder blades down your back and squeeze your chest and press your shoulders. Good. Good. Oh yeah, let's do this last 8. 8. Oh, I'm gonna do it 7. 6. Do you need lighter weight? 5. Good. 4. 3. 2. Oh, we're at the last one. You can feel it. And up. Oh yeah. And we are done with that. So take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers with your heart, and get a nice forward fold here, stretching your shoulders, lifting your arms up towards the ceiling. Just get a nice stretch. Release your head and neck. Oh yeah, last one of those. Good. And all the way back up. All right. Now, upper back and triceps. Third one. I'm going to keep my feet parallel here and tip forward. This way I can get into my core. Let's try that. What do you say? Palms up, elbows back, kick back. All right. I'm going to, again, do my more moderate weights for me. Now, when you are forward folding, look how long my spine is. Long spine, soft knees. And you have to really get into your belly. Your core has got to be engaged here. I'm going to flip my palms forward once again, rolling the shoulder blades down my back, and I'd like you to do the same. And you're going to pull back and then kick back. And palms up. Keep your elbows back when you're doing your whole tricep. You want to do the whole tricep with your elbow back. Good. And I'm breathing it. However I'm breathing, right? You breathe too. Good. I wanted to get all 3 sets in today. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. And release. Away from your toes. Yeah. You guys feeling the love there? That was the last set of those. All right. Okay, now we're going to do our last set of bicep and rotator cuff, okay? So usually we take a little bit more moderate weight with a bicep. So what I want to do is I want to do our bicep exclusively and then our rotator cuff exclusively. So you're going to take your palms forward and we're simply going to squeeze your bicep. I want you to get the whole bicep, which we have coming up, but not so much going down, right? So I want to just get into it. You can sit back a little if you like. This is the best, I think. Okay. All right, now you're going to come halfway, 90 degrees. And slowly, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, last bicep. All right, let's just squeeze side to side. Make sure you just let the weights kind of hang here. Yeah, I don't want you to pull them up here. Okay. And then we're going to do our rotator cuff thing. Are you ready? Palms are up. I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use a little lighter weight here. Okay, palms up. Palms up and out and back and out. Keep your elbows in towards your body. If you're going to bend your knees, make sure your hips are going back, not forward. This is not good. Yeah. Oh, how wonderful. One of my teachers calls this Betsy Downing. She's great. Oh, how wonderful. Yeah, we need those rotator cuffs, right? And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, lovely, 3, 2, last one. Oh my God, that was so good, guys. Get rid of your weights. We did it. All right, so now we're going to come into a yoga squat. However you squat, squat. Yeah, you're going to just find your way to wherever your squat is. And just take a few breaths here, because now we're going to work a little bit on our lower body and stretching. That's the best. We breathe into it. Yeah, and we'll do a little core here too. And all the way to seated. Take the soles of your feet together, opening up your knees as wide as they can. Now you're going to press the pinky side edges of your feet down and isometrically drawing them in. In other words, imagine they're stuck and you're trying to pull them towards you, and you'll feel that little connection in your hips. Keep that connection in your hips. And then lengthen your thigh bones long out of your hips, and notice how you get open a little bit more. And then you're just going to round your back, that little C shape. So the top of the pelvis tips back. You're engaging the belly as you just come slightly forward, getting a nice stretch. And breathe into that while we're here. Yeah, we worked on our hips. We're going to do that a little bit more now. Good. And then come on up, lifting your knees. You're going to take your right hand. I love the stretch. Your right hand to your left knee, your left hand to your right knee. And then you're going to open up your knees till you get a huge stretch in your left shoulder. So you don't want to tip one way or another. You want to be nice and parallel to the earth. And open up your knees till you get a stretch. You can release your head and your neck and just get that beautiful stretch in your shoulders. Breathe into it. Close your eyes and imagine you're sending the breath to your shoulders. Yeah, that is definitely a thing. And then all the way back up. Now notice how your left arm's on top. You're going to take your right arm and swim it over. Yeah. So now your right arm's on top. And you're going to do the same thing, opening up your knees till you get that nice stretch, releasing your head and your neck. And just notice the breath, breathing into your shoulders, your chest, your back, all those muscles. We cooked up. We worked out. And all the way back. Right. Draw your knees to your chest and give yourself a hug, rounding your back. So now we're going to start working a little bit of core work. Yeah. So we're going to start by tipping the top of the pelvis back, holding onto your knees to make sure you got it. You feel it in your core. And I want you to lower and lift from here, but you're not going to go all the way up onto your sit bones. You're just going to lower and lift and fire up your core. Get it? Nice and cooked. To strengthen your low back. Good. Good. Yeah. Let's go 8 more. 8 and 7 and 6. Notice how slow, mindful. 4, 3, 2, last one. I want you to come up, yeah, and extend your legs long now. Okay. Circle your arms all the way up. And then just find a nice forward fold here, wherever that is. Just releasing your head and your neck. This is just a little in between, just to make sure our spine is nice and organized. Then as you inhale, you're going to come all the way up and you're going to tip the top of your pelvis back. We've done this before. And imagine from the back of the pelvic rim, you're going to start lowering first your lumbar spine, then your thoracic spine, one vertebra at a time, all the way to the earth. And extend your arms up over your head, taking a huge inhale. Okay. Now, as you exhale, you're going to lift your arms and we're going to roll one vertebra at a time all the way up, organizing that spine and reaching forward. It doesn't matter where your hands go, I don't care, right? And then all the way back, one vertebra at a time. And up. Now we're going to stay nice and long, walking your shoulder blades together. I want you to take your feet to the earth, lift your bum and shake it out so that the top of the pelvis comes to the earth first. That's really important. Notice how when you shake it, the top of the pelvis can come to the earth first, and there's no pinching in your low back. So we're going to try something. You're going to take your arms to the earth, and maybe you can lift your knees. I really love this. Now, if you like, you can extend your right arm, your right leg and your left arm, sorry, right arm, left arm, right leg, or the opposite, come back to center, and then continue like this. So this has multiple benefits for your brain and for your core. Yeah, I really like compound, twofers, right? Reach, and reach, and reach, and reach, good. And reach. So if you want to just keep your arms up, you can just take your legs, right? Or you can tap your toes, but keep the top of your pelvis back, right? And 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and good, you got it. 3 and 2, 1. So this is kind of what we did standing for the core. Draw your knees to your chest at the beginning, if you remember. Knees to your chest and just roll right and left. Just roll right and left. Oh, so good. So delicious. Good. Now you're going to roll back and forth, until you come up to seated. Yeah. Sitting up tall. Yeah, how are you feeling? Doesn't that feel great already? All right, circle your arms up. Take your right hand to the earth, reach all the way over to the right. Come back through center, left elbow behind you. So this is just going to stretch everything out. Exhale and inhale and exhale and inhale. Good. Oh, God, this is going to lengthen your spine. Let's take one more. So good. Oh, yeah. And back to center. Can you feel your left side tall, long? Yeah. All right, other way. So now you're going to take your left hand to the earth and reach your right arm to the left. So it's your right arm that's lifting, the right elbow behind you. Just kind of clearing everything out that we've done during this practice. So good. Let's take two more just like that. At the rate of your breath, of course, right? Yeah. And all the way back to center. Now you're going to twist to the right, taking your right fingertips behind you because your spine is really long now. So you have to have your fingertips down, your right palm up so that you're not shortening the sides of your body. So press your fingertips down to lengthen. Now you're going to look over your right shoulder, but keep a nice long spine as if the crown of your head is growing like a sunflower towards the sky. Yeah. Then inhale back to center. And you're going to change sides. Just get into that. Left fingerprints down, left palm up, look over your left shoulder. Get a deep twist here. And then back through center. And you're going to go right back to the right. Over your right shoulder. Now you're going to look to the left. And you're going to dip your chin toward your chest and get a big stretch, again, in the right side of your neck and your right shoulder. Breathing into it. So awesome. And then all the way back to center. And to your left. Now you're going to look to your right and lower your chin and take a few big full breaths here, getting a big stretch in your left shoulder and the left side of your neck. Really getting into things here. And then back to center, all the way up. Now I want you to take your right hand to the earth beside you, and you're going to take your left ear towards your left shoulder. You can take your left hand up and over your head, like you're trying to tap your right ear, and just give yourself a little resistance in your neck on the right. Oh, yeah. What are we holding in there? Yeah. Breathing into it. Ah, and back to center. Doesn't that feel so good? Left hand to the earth. Take your right ear to your right shoulder. And if you want, you can take your right hand around your head and just your hand is just weight on your skull. It's not, you're not pushing anything. You're just wait. Let's breathe into that. Oh, so good. And all the way back to center. Now you're going to take your palms and stack them under your chin. But your chin is not up or down. It is definitely perpendicular to your chest, parallel to the earth, right? And you're going to press your chin down and your hands slightly up. So the crown of your head, that flattish part at the back of your head, is going to reach up to the sky. The more you press down, the more you're going to lift the back of your neck. You're going to get a lovely, lovely stretch. Oh, yeah. You're going to be feeling strong and flexy and really good today. Take a few more breaths here. And release. All right, good. All right, come to lying on your back. Oh, yeah. You're going to take your feet to the earth and walk your shoulder blades behind you, top of the pelvis down. And then as you press your feet down, you're going to lift your hips. Now, I like to walk my shoulder blades together. Make sure you're not on your neck. You don't want to undo what we just did. The weight is on your shoulders. And you're simply going to lower and squeeze, and lower and squeeze. This is the first one, lower and squeeze. Just get into those glutes. This is also for your core. And lower and squeeze. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Now I want you to come onto your tiptoes. You might have to walk back a little bit. So you're going to lift your hips up, and you're on your tiptoes. You're going to get our feet and our shins, and you're going to lower and lift. Woo, and lower. Those muscles for me are so tight. I try to walk every morning, and I think that doesn't help. So that's what I do yoga with, right? So stay on your tiptoes if you can. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, there we go, 2, last one, lift. Now 8 little squeezes up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Now stay on your tiptoes as you release your inner thighs towards the earth, as if the inner thighs want to roll back and your hips release. And then take your heels to the earth fast. Oh, yeah. And shake that out. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Take your left knee towards your chest and either grab the back of your left thigh or your left shin and get a nice stretch in your hips, just like we stretched our upper body. We want to stretch our lower body and breathe into it, getting a nice stretch. So you want to flex your right ankle, the one that's closer to your nose, and see if you can release your left ankle. Just let it go. Yeah. Ah, yeah. Breathe into that. Then extend your left leg nice and long. Yeah. So the left thigh bone is going to reach forward, but you're going to hold it back. You're not holding your left leg behind your knee. Make sure your hands are on the thigh bone. Okay. And you're going to press the thigh bone back and down towards the earth. And just get a nice length in your left leg. Just get a nice stretch in your right hip. It's all kinds of things happening there. Yeah. So delicious. And release. Oh, yeah. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Open up your left hip. And then take your right knee towards you, grabbing the back of your right thigh or your right shin. It's just a little extra. Now you're going to flex your left ankle, the one that's closer to your nose, and release your right ankle. Yeah. So there's lots of energy in your left shin, your left ankle. Yeah. You're going to get a nice stretch in your left hip. Oh, and just breathe into this lovely space. Good. Then extend your right leg nice and long. Yeah, making sure your hand is not behind your right knee. We love our knees. We just strengthened it. We're not going to start messing with that, right? And my leg wants to reach away from me, but I'm holding it closer to me and pressing it down to the back of the hip. And then you lengthen both legs super long, especially your right leg, long, 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 long. Yeah, it's getting lengthened. Yeah. Nice stretch and release. Draw your knees to your chest. Take some knee circles here. Then take your arms to T. I'm going to slide my bum to the left just a little bit. And then drop your knees carefully to the right. Know where your weights are so that nothing hits anything. Roll your ribs to the left. Get a nice open heart. You moved your spine in every direction. All your upper body muscles, lower body muscles have been warmed up and cooked up, strengthened. Now you can close your eyes and allow your breath to come back to a more normal breath. In through your nose and out through your nose, setting your intention for the day in this space. Then inhale back to center. I'm just going to move my bum to the right just a little bit. Lift your knees, drop your legs to the left, and find your twist, rolling your rib cage to the right, maybe even gazing toward the right with your eyes closed. Oh yeah, your neck is going to feel really loose here. It's really awesome. And just breathe. And make your way back into center. Take your arms, palms up beside you, walking the shoulder blades together. Tip the top of your pelvis back, just lifting your bum, and then release your hips to the earth. We're going to do one more thing. So you're going to extend your legs long. Imagine your heels are stuck, and you're going to flick your feet back and forth, kind of shaking out the energy. Your chin follows the pattern, so your chin is going to flick up and down. Got it? Just kind of energy, like you're sweeping it all out. Take a big inhale through your nose, and then exhale through your mouth, and stop. And release everything in your body right into the earth. And take a 2-minute rest. Start rolling your wrists and your ankles. Inhale, extend your arms up over your head. Exhale through your mouth. Yeah, just let it all out. Draw your knees to your chest. Roll to your right side. And then make your way to a seat on your mat. Bring your palms together to your heart center. Committing yourself to your practice, to your best self, to having the best day. The light in me honors that light in you. Namaste. All right, guys, let me turn off the recording.